I'm back, everyone. How's it going? I know it's been a very long time since I've actually made like one of these style of videos. My hair looks like a fucking mess, so I'm going to put on a hat and stop the cursing already. That's how long it's been. Already cursed like 10 seconds into the video. Alright, so it's January, it is 2019. I've not been making any videos because I haven't really seen anything to really talk about, to be honest. There has been news here or there about certain things in the sport and going on and blah blah blah, but nothing that I actually wanted to really talk about yet. And I've just been waiting for February to come around, and even though we are still a month away, we are starting to get into that time where you get to mid-January and you're still like, alright, I kind of want the season to come back. So now let's talk about some things. First thing I wanted to talk about is Daniel Suarez. So today it was announced that he's going to be at the 41 car. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and your cat all knew about this about 2 months ago. This was a very obvious little choice that was coming here for many reasons. Number one, Daniel Suarez is not a bad driver. He is a good talent. He did not show his full potential at Joe Gibbs Racing, but maybe he can show his full potential at Stewart-Haas. Number two, he has sponsorship, so Aris is coming along with him from Joe Gibbs to SHR, and they're going to be sponsoring that 41 car along with Haas Automation. So Gene Haas, with all the money that he has, it is a benefit now with the financial aspect of the sport today that Gene Haas can take a hit and take a loss, but he can still field some drivers and have a 4-car team because he's able to sponsor a lot of the races between like the 14 and the 41 and the guys like that. So good news for Daniel Suarez. He is a driver that I, again, have seen, or I think that I've seen talent in him, and I think a lot of people have seen talent in him. He is a champion in the Xfinity Series. Yes, the format is weird, and it promotes different champions almost every year in all the series. You can't really get a good sense of who's like the best out there because, you know, from 2014 to 2019, there's going to be a different champion every year because the final 4-race shootout is insane. Just came back and still got to put that little dig on the playoff format. Yeah, I still don't like that. That video, I've been working on that video or waiting to make that video. I'm going to make that video very soon. But anyways, back to Daniel Suarez. Like I said, he has a lot of talent. He's a champion. Joe Gibbs Racing was not the best for him. Maybe he was rushed. That was very obvious there, actually, because when Carl Edwards retired, he came in and it just didn't click. Very much like Joey Logano when he went to Joe Gibbs Racing when he was very young. It didn't click, and it took him to go to Penske for Joey Logano to really click, and now he's a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Still feels weird saying that. And maybe Daniel Suarez can hit those potentials of making the playoffs and winning some races. I think that's definitely what he has to do. Is he has to win something now. He has to win a race or just do something there. It'd be a heck of a start to win the Daytona 500. Not counting him out, by the way. He could win that. He could go into the playoffs and do well in that 41 car. I don't expect him to be a championship contender, but I expect him to at least do better than what he was at Joe Gibbs, which I don't think the bar there is that high to set because he missed the playoffs. So I don't think the bar is that high. I think he should be able to improve, and then we will see from there. There's huge backing for the guy. He's the one and only Mexican driver in the sport. He has a big fan base along in Mexico. He has the sponsorship. He's a great guy. He's a great personality on and off the track. He has a lot of people supporting him, and he is a talented driver, most importantly. It's not like he's just a money driver. He is a talented driver who is lucky enough to have sponsorship coming along with him, and hopefully he can improve. Story number 2 I want to talk about. This was announced a long time ago. I just didn't really want to make a separate video on it. Kurt Busch to the number 1, and it probably will be his final season as well in the Cup Series. I'm more excited for this move to actually see what that one car has. No like shots taken to Jamie McMurray, but he was getting his butt roasted by Kyle Larson race in, race out, and it was getting a little bit tiring at that point because I want to see the talent Larson has. And sometimes when Jamie Mack was always running 5 or 10 spots behind him every race, it was getting a little bit frustrating because I don't know if Larson's carrying that equipment or if the equipment is actually that good or if McMurray's just not using the best of his equipment. I don't know. It's a little bit, confusing. Now with Kurt Busch in that car, Kurt Busch is a talented race car driver. You put him in a car with good equipment, he will either win races or he will run top 5. He will make the playoffs. He will be very consistent. He will do very well. So now I'm very excited that with Kurt Busch going to the 1 car, with Monster Energy coming along with him, that Larson is going to have definitely competition. And now I can truly see, all right, What does Larson have? Is he outperforming the equipment? Will he outperform Kurt Busch again? Or will Kurt Busch outperform him, and then maybe, Larson isn't carrying as much as we thought? I think it's a big test for Kyle Larson, because I am a huge believer in the guy, but I don't think he can fulfill his full potential until he leaves Ganassi. That's just been my opinion. I don't know where he would go right now, but just my opinion, he needs Ganassi to step it up so he can be the championship driver that he is. The talent for that guy is insane. Number 3, I wanted to talk about Noah Gragson going to JRM. This is a good move for him. I think this is a good move for JRM. I know Gragson does have the sponsorship coming along with him. That's why the ride was available. But Gragson did a good job in the truck series. I wouldn't say he did a great job. He did a good job in the KBM truck. Now he will be in the JRM car, and let's see if he could follow the footsteps of William Byron and Chase Elliott and see if he can do what he needs to do to get into the Cup Series. I think he has a lot of talent. I think he just has to maybe mature his racecraft a little bit. As I get a little bit smoother and cleaner with lap times, not cleaner in terms of like race etiquette, cleaner as in, all right, I'm gonna hit a 27.5 this lap and then a 27.6 next lap. I'm gonna try to maintain some sixes and then just not make mistakes. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You can just not make mistakes and continue to develop his racecraft in that JRM car, and let's see how it goes. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is, before we head into the new season, you're gonna hear me talk about this a lot because I want to get your opinion on it as well. The 2019 aero package that is coming, and it's going to be definitely, I don't know what to say about it. It's going to be just, so I'm going to be making a separate video on it, but I kind of want to know your initial thoughts of what do you think you're going to see, especially at a track like Auto Club or Atlanta, where we're cutting down the horsepower so much, but you're still going to have to use brakes and you're still going to have to slow down, but you won't have the pull coming out of the corners because you're not going to have any horsepower, so the car is just going to feel like it's dragging. How is that going to provide good racing? I'm having a hard time thinking about it, but I've had a few months to just sit back, relax, listen to everyone else talk, and now it's coming soon, and I'm still not bought on it, and it's not going to get me bought, and I'm not going to really buy into it until I see multiple good races. But even then, if they are good entertainment races, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it from a driver standpoint if the drivers are just straight up bored because they just can't really do anything with the cars. I don't know. I'm pretty worried about it, but let me know how you guys feel about it. It's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to cause mayhem and a bunch of wrecks and making every race a lottery in terms of those tracks. I don't think that's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is I still think there's going to be dominant race teams. I still think guys like Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch are going to have dominant race cars, and I still think they're going to be very hard to pass while in the lead because they are just that dominant as a race team and a race car. That is how NASCAR has always been. No matter how much you try to manipulate the race to get the leader to come back to the back of the pack or come back to the pack and maybe generate some more lead changes, there's always going to be a dominant car. Always. And like you saw at the All-Star race, Kevin Harvick was the dominant car. He was able to pull away, or not pull away, but he was able to stay up in front, and everything else that was happening was like, through second, through 10th, and whatever. Which is, I guess if people like that, then cool. It's going to be a very interesting time. Daytona is only, 41 days away, 40 days away, I don't know. It's going to be very soon, and the season will get back started. So if there's any other news that I want to talk to you guys about, I will come back. Until then, I'm going to make a video about the point standings and just some stuff about that. The points format, the new package that is going to be very heavily talked about and criticized and praised and whatever happens then. And then any other video ideas you guys want me to do, comment down below. Anything else you want me to talk about, let me know, and I will go ahead and do them. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Comment down below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you are not already. The new season is coming soon, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I try, my love, she keeps me warm.